back and forth, here we are. So, you know, yeah, I'm ready to take risks.
Lindsay has tweeted in asking, have they ever sparred each other before?
They've sparred a couple of times before.
Yeah, well, that's like, when I was like 18, 17, it doesn't really count. We were both amateurs, we were both starting out, so I don't really think of that as...
Who got the
So I wonder, I haven't seen this yet. I'm just watching this for the first time. I don't like his reaction, you know, to, you know, like how he just was like, well, I really don't count. I want to know what happened in sparring. Let's see what Spencer says. Please subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. You know, like few years, about 4 years or so back, I was offered to be a correspondent for Sky Sports Toe to Toe podcast. Had a lot of shit going on in my life, but long story short, the past is the past. Now we moved on, right? Let's see what he has to say. I wonder if he's going to instigate it.
better in the spar when you sparred? Who do you think got the better in the spar?
You know, sparring.
Yeah, I don't even remember, you know, still.
Yeah.
But
So it was a respectful spar then?
no, it was just, I don't know. It was just, it's one of those ones, because I've sparred so many rounds in my life, I don't really recall it. You know, I don't really recall the spar. I think he came to boxing academy, Frank Bruno boxing academy, we sparred then a couple times. But, yeah, man.
Why, you'd agree with that?
Listen, we're fighting February 3rd, so if we sparred or not, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I want to know what happened. Anyway, here's my intrigue in this fight right here. It's rare that you get two fighters with this young of careers. One is 7-0 with 6 KOs, Lawrence Okolie, and Isaac Chamberlain, 9-0 with 4 KOs. So to get two young, up-and-coming cruiserweights that were on their own path, you know, and could have met up later on in their careers if things went well, they're meeting at this relatively early phase in their career. Isaac Chamberlain has more rounds. You know, as you can see, he has an 8-rounder, 10-rounder, whereas in Lawrence Okolie only been 6, if I'm correct. Yes, back in 2017. So the point I'm trying to make is this is one of those fights where the intrigue is, okay, well, whoever wins this is not only on the fast track, but they're going to go on the world level. But how do they match up against these cruiserweights in 2018? And looking like one of these guys is going to be on the title path or fighting for a title in 2019, next year. So when you think of the guys that may be around, you know, Oleksandr Usyk, if he's going to still be around, you know, at cruiserweight and not move to heavyweight, who just beat Miris Briedis. Is Miris Briedis, you know, still going to be at cruiserweight? You know, guys like Junior Dorticos and Murat Gassiev, Denis Lebedev. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, the path the winner of this fight takes. And also, I think, in my opinion, from what I've seen, from all the footage I've been watching over the last few weeks, since this fight was announced, I think that Lawrence Okolie, not just judging by the knockout record, because obviously, you know, 7-0 with 6 knockouts, I think that he is the bigger puncher, the more fluid puncher, to where Isaac Chamberlain, he has more grit. It seems, you know, especially going at 10 rounds he did where literally he was dead ass tired, you know, so it's a very interesting fight in that aspect. It's a shame that over here in the United States it's not televised, but that's just, you know, I understand it. We don't get cruiserweight coverage here in the United States. It's crazy, but I understand it. I don't agree with it. So regardless, nonetheless, I'm going to be watching this fight, and I'm going to be covering this fight because this is one of the biggest fights of the weekend, along with Gilberto Ramirez's fight, and he's fighting on ESPN, and I forgot who else is fighting this weekend. So to me, you know, as far as, you know, global appeal, Gilberto Ramirez, yeah, but this fight is gaining some steam, mostly because of over there in the UK, especially in the UK, mostly because that one's from Brixton, one's from Hackney, right? Yeah. So my understanding, you know, and, you know, coming from the urban area, you know, growing up when I was younger and all that, I understand it's two hoods beefing. Basically, he from one hood, he from the other hood, and basically they beefing. So they're going to bring a lot of, you know, their followers and respectable supporters, you know, to this fight. And that's why a lot of people are going to be watching, you know. So this is one of those fights that, like I said, it's a fight that's happening early because truth be told, these guys could have went 2 different paths and fought 2-3 years from now if they keep on winning, or depending on if they didn't want to take a tough fight. Because, you know, at this point in time in guys like this career, when you're 9-0, when you're 7-0, they're still fighting guys with records that are like 22 and fucking 15 and shit like that, you know, and you know, like old ass journeymen. You know, so respect to both of these guys for both of them saying like, all right, listen, I know it's a tough fight. And I'm sure the promoters or the teams probably talked to both of these fighters and said, well, listen, you don't have to take this fight right now. You don't have to take this fight for another 2-3 years. And it was like, nah, man, he talking shit. I want him, you know, make it happen. You know, I don't want to go, you know, the route of, you know, some old bullshit fight. So shout out to both of these fighters, you know, for not only they're going to be getting a nice, you know, big payday, but also having the balls to say, listen, we want to have tough fights now, you know. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media right down below in the description box. I'm going to be covering it. It's going to be on Sky Sports, obviously, the regular Sky Sports over there, not Sky Sports pay-per-view. And I don't know if there's going to be any type of, you know, like late pickup of a network over here, like AWE or something. Every now and then they'll do that, but I highly doubt it. Please subscribe.